when I first came on the county commission, had to ask Pocahontas Land Company and McDowell Bank then to pay their taxes early to make payroll. We have came a long ways from that. We're by far not a rich county and this and that, but at least we got some surplus money now in the county commission.
And our responsibility is to put a value on property. That's both real estate and personal property, automobiles, businesses, inventory, furniture and fixture and equipment that businesses own. And we place a value on automobiles and personal property and real property. And then the governing bodies throughout the county, such as the county commission, the city councils for the 10 municipalities, and the school board, they set the levy rate. And in West Virginia, we don't pay taxes on the whole 100% of our property value. We only pay on 60%. So the assessor's office will determine the fair market value, multiply that by 60%, and gives you the assessed value. Then the assessed value times the levy rate, which that changes every year depending on what the governing body set as the levy rate. But the assessed value times the levy rate equals the taxes the person pays. And then the sheriff's tax office, they're the one that mails out the tickets, and they do all the collecting since the sheriff is the treasurer for all the counties.
Okay, we provide alternative sentencing for in place of persons who are sentenced for a jail sentence, and we provide alternative sentencing for them to place them on home confinement, or we provide some services for them like AA, NA meetings. We do life skills, substance abuse counseling, different drug counseling that we have, and we will be starting a BIPS program, which is a Batterers Intervention Prevention Program, and some other services that we'll be offering. But mainly we deal a lot with substance abuse because probably about 97% of our participants have drug and alcohol abuse problems.
My grandfather was a coal miner. My father was a coal miner. We retired him about 4 times. He just is one that will not go home and stay still. He is 82. My mother is 76, and they're still living. I have 2 beautiful daughters. I'm now married to Mike Cordelesi.
We're in the process of getting the Coalfield Expressway completed, which is going to make driving time from Welch to Beckley
25 minutes.
Yeah, and that's slow driving. 20 minutes, you know, on average. And I think that's one of the things that happened with Beckley. Beckley used to be a small community, a very nice town and everything, and then all of a sudden here comes 64, here comes 77, and yeah, it made it easier for businesses to come in. It made it easier for commuters to come in to work and everything, but also it made it easier for drug traffickers to come in too. Right. And I hope that the county gets better prepared for that. I'm hoping that it opens up in my term as sheriff. You know.
We actually enforce the building codes at the state of West Virginia code level at this moment. On that, I have a staff of myself and an administrative assistant and 5 inspectors.
The people are very friendly and everything, very helpful. The county's on its way up, and it's on its way up, and it's going to progress. There will be a lot of progress.
I help with the clients. I bring them in for classes. I take them on the road to pick up garbage. Whatever they need. You want to get that?
Sure.
And the phone rings.
I've been employed here for 3 years, and my, title is the Assistant Purchasing Director, which that means I pay all the bills for the county, so I get to spend their money.
And you give purchase order numbers, and you answer the phone.
Yeah.
And you type letters.
Yeah. I do all the good stuff.
Do you like your job, Kristen?
I love it.
There are people here that you don't know them from anybody else in the world, but they'll stop and help you fix a flat tire or give you directions. Anything you need, there are no strangers here, and that's a great thing.
We have, probably right this time, we have around 20 on day report, and we we range anywhere probably between about 20 to 30 participants who are on home incarceration, and they're electronically monitored with a monitoring system. Right now we use iSecure Track, and that is a GPS global positioning system that tracks them.
I'm the daughter of Homer and the late Joyce Hopkins, who just passed away about 8 months ago. I have a twin brother, Jeffrey, and an older brother, David, and a sister, Wendy Justice. I have two nieces, Courtney and Whitney Justice, and two nephews, David and Dalton Hopkins. And then I have my son, who is the love of my life, and he just turned 4 years old. And I have worked for the county for 16.5 years. I began in the tax office under R.J. Allen. Later, I went as the chief deputy to the county clerk's office under Don Hicks. And then I moved down here as the county administrator.
We have two daughters, Randy and Brandy. One is a nurse, the other one is a social worker. Our nurse daughter, Randy, lives in Princeton. Our other daughter lives in Bluefield. We have one wonderful grandson. His name is Dylan Thomas Sadler. We love him. He's the love of our life. As far as property taxes, what we deal with, I think the county, and we've gained a whole lot here in the last 2 or 3 years because they've drilled a whole lot of these new methane gas wells. I know, for example, in 2006, they had drilled 155 new wells, and that's really increased our values. It's really helped our tax base. There are no new homes being built in the county, so that's not helping. And no new businesses are being located here. So it's those gas wells and the natural resources, coal values, the gas values is really what's kept our county afloat as far as property taxes we receive.
We do anything electrical, from house wiring to putting a switch in your house to building 138,000 volt power lines to mine sites or industrial sites or whatever. So anything electrical we do. We're a 24/7 company. I got a call last night at 2:30 in the morning, so we're here 24/7.
My job here in the tax office, I am called a tax deputy. I come under the sheriff's department, but we collect the taxes because he is the treasurer also. And I enjoy being here, and I love my job.
And I have 4 kids. One of them is Michael Brooks. He's going to be 40 this year. I have a daughter named Michelle. She's going to be 39 this year. I have a son, Charlie. He's about 37. I have a son, Brian. It's going to be 34 this month. And I have 7 grandchildren. And I work at the McDowell County Sheriff's Tax Office, and I've been here almost 10 years. And we do collect taxes and do license, and we take care of delinquent property, and we take care of conservators. The sheriff is conservator over some people, and we have to take care of their billing, and we do automobile license, decals for the license, and I like my job.
I am the chief tax deputy here. I started in 1984, so that might be 24 years instead of 25. I said 25 earlier, but I'm the chief tax deputy, and we take care of the taxes, license renewals. We have 4 employees. 20 years ago, there was about 7 employees here, so probably in 50 more, there might be 2 people here.
As the deputy clerk, I work with divorces, I work with modifications, I work with custody, I work with guardianship, I work with DDPs, I work with answering phones, I work with filing, I work.